My recent yarn haul from Michael's. They're all big twist yarn. Well, except for the one loosened threads. But I was excited to find the big twist. Here's my temperature blanket so far. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. Here it is so far. I low-key thought I was going to run out of the purple because there was such a long cold snap. But I didn't, but I bought new yarn for it anyways. This is how big it is. So I think I'm only going to do 6 months worth instead of a year because this is only like barely even 2 months worth of it. I also made these like trinket tishy things. They look kind of bad, but it's also kind of like a mood. So I just have to paint them. I think they're dry because I made them a few days ago.
place founded by a family from the Caribbean.
Fancy prettiness into a classy looking logo. A GoDaddy Arrow does with its magical AI powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
I got more yarn for this temperature blanket, and it all came in finally. And I'm like 2 weeks behind, which is not as bad as like the 2 months behind I was a little bit ago. And this, I just lost some motivation to make it, but I think I have motivation to make it again. We will see. And then I've recently become back obsessed with knitting. I'm like working on this scarf again so that I can maybe start the Sophie scarf or something after this with some hand-dyed yarn I have. Also, sorry for all the faceless videos this vlog. I've just been working a lot and then wearing my work uniform in the mornings when I film the videos, and I don't want you to like see where I work because I feel like that's a little weird. But yeah. Okay, so I put the sweater that I was making on pause because I kind of felt out of love with it, so I'm hoping that if I return to it, I will like it more. So I started another blanket, because of course I did, but it's gonna have beads in it. And I've done the first row, but I have to figure out how to put the beads on. These are gonna be the 3 colors of the blanket that I'm making. And here are the beads that I bought from Michael's, so like pony beads. It was just an assorted pack. I might run out. Who knows though, depending. I got that idea from a video I was sent on Instagram to do this, of another girl doing this sort of as a weighted blanket. I wish I still had the video and remembered the username of the person who was doing it, but I think it's really cool and I wanted to try it. Okay, I got the beads onto the yarn. Now to crochet with the beads on the yarn. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I got a couple beads on and I like how it looks, so I'm going to keep doing it this way. If I run out of beads, I can just go back to Michael's and buy more, I think, if they don't get rid of these ones. Hopefully not, but I like it so far.